Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode, second one of 2017, and I actually haven't done one of these in a while, and as I'm about to head out to CES, I thought these ones are pretty quick and easy to make. It is another episode of what is on my iPhone, some of the best apps that you can rock for this year. And the first couple apps here I know all of you have already seen. We'll just take a quick look at my social menu. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Dropbox, YouTube, and these are my most go-to apps on my home screen, and I like to keep the bottom a bit clean, and of course, this wallpaper linked down below for your viewing pleasure. But let's kick things off with, of course, none other than Mario Run. Has to be the most hyped game of 2017. And I'm asking a lot of you out here. I personally haven't purchased it yet, and I'm still not too sure if it's worth paying 14 bucks, around $10 American. If you have, let me know. But it's essentially a platformer of a game. You control Mario as you bounce through the level, hold down on the screen to jump even higher. The end goal is to collect coins, obviously not die. You've also got the option to play against friends, and you can kind of see a little shadow of what they're doing in the other screen. And it's kind of fun if you match up and obviously beat any of your friends that play this game. Once again, just connecting all of the socials together. And the next game/app, when I first saw it on the App Store, I knew that I had to pick it up. This is Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. I grew up playing games like this. These are the graphics that I grew up with. I know, nothing too crazy, but this brings back a ton of memories. You essentially have control of a theme park. You need to build roller coasters, rides, make your guests happy. This next game is called Love You to Bits. Really reminds me of the Thief game. I think it was called Tiny Thief. Essentially same kind of premise. You're controlling a little character. It's a small little puzzle. This one cost around $5 and it's currently on sale. Remember, less if you're in the US. And you go through the level and you have different things that you can interact with, and in the end you need to solve the puzzle to collect bits of the little android character that was blown up that you love. Super cute, graphics are great, highly recommended, a ton of fun, and definitely worth the money in my opinion. If you're looking for a couple of free games, the next two might fit your bill. The first is Dungeon, and you have to try to get to the end, and if you take too long, you'll fall off the edge as it keeps on moving, gets faster and faster, more and more obstacles, and you only have 3 hearts. As you can tell, I'm not too good at this game yet. And maybe one of the last games on this list that I've checked out, this is called Grumpy Cat. I think I got addicted just because of the name of the game. You are selecting a grumpy cat on the screen. As you unlock more and more mini games become apparent. So mini games such as catching chickens when they fly, pulling pin needles out of your cat when it's connected to a cactus. Very weird, strangely addicting, especially if you're into cats. So the next app, I know it's 2017, I thought this would be a cool inclusion. This is called Pillow, and I've been trying to track my sleeping habits as I feel like I'm in zombie mode half the time. So when you're about to sleep, you just select the time that you're planning to wake up at, you hit start, and you now need to just turn off your phone, keep the app running, and now it tracks how you sleep using the microphone. You just need to give everything access, and you can see the first night that I used it, I got 90% deep sleep, 9% awake, 1% light sleep. I might really need this app, and I'll fill you guys in as the month goes on how well I'm sleeping. The next app, Giphy. If this is your first iPhone, if you start texting people, you need to download this app. You can essentially search through GIFs, which are the funniest thing ever to send through iMessage. And the next app for messaging, this one is called Bitmoji. Very similar, this has been around for a while now, but with the latest iOS, you can now send these within iMessage. Sure, we'll copy this one, and now within the message, you can actually paste it. And now, I've sent over my Bitmoji. Me, super stoked on top of a 2017 year. The next app for all of you Sony users out there, I know a ton of you have got Sony cams, as all I do is recommend them clearly. Simply connect through Wi-Fi, and now I can transfer photos from each of these cams. It's a go-to app, and of course it's free. And the next app, called Prisma, for all of these pics that you take with your good cameras, you can now change them and modify them to have different sorts of effects. This one is also free, and it's one of the best looking camera apps for your smartphone. It's won a ton of different awards, and it makes these really cool pieces of art that you can share with any of your friends. Pretty dope, and once again, free. The next app, Hypebeast, which I've mentioned before, and a ton of you have asked, where I got some of my clothes. For any of you that are into fashion, into sneakers, tech, Hypebeast has usually got it. Just scroll through the feed, see what's going on, and click on one of their stories. And this next app, it's called Peak. I'm not gonna say it's a game. It was actually recommended from one of my friends. It helps with your memory, your reaction time, and I play a couple of these every morning while I'm on my way to work just to stay sharp. And if you're really into it, you can actually buy the pro version. More to test up here, the noggin. So the next app, The Score, any of you that are into sports, this is my go-to when I check all of my soccer news. So EPL, La Liga, Bundesliga, maybe a bit of MLS, not too into that. All things sports related. It's free, and I think it's one of the best sports apps out there. And the next app, this one might be a hidden gem, and this one is actually from Apple. It's Reminders. I've been looking for an app that can help track with the projects that I do, both on YouTube, both at work, kind of like a to-do list, all those to do. And I can track them. When I'm done, simply just hit that button up top. And if I want, this is what's really cool, you can switch them to a different list. The next app called Skillshare, I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. If you are into some online learning courses that will help you create your very own YouTube videos, starting off in photography, Skillshare is an app that can help you take those classes. It costs, I think, $8 a month. I'll leave my promo code down below to see how much things cost. I'm about to head to Vegas. The American dollar is killing the Canadian dollar right now. 1.34. My God, that exchange rate is awful. And I think that pretty much wraps up all of the apps that I'm currently rocking on my iPhone 7 and the best that you can grab for 2017. I hope some of these were useful and I hope some of you download them. I will try to link them all down below. And if you know any other sweet ones to feature on my next episode, let me know down below in the comments. I'll check them out and I will hopefully catch the rest of you one of my next episodes, one of my next vlogs, hopefully in Vegas for CES. So stay posted. Peace.